All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey, hello everyone. It's fan mail time. We're back once again with more of this. I don't know. I'm just going to shut up now and let the actual lads take over. Go.
Is this where we do the announcements?
This
Wait,
is
are
the
you
announcement.
not
Yeah,
an
sorry. We
actual
always
lad?
we start on the announcements.
Let's start the announcements. I got a big announcement. It's an invite to Morgan, and Zach, and Danny. Any of you that want to can come over to my house for a sleepover on November 6th.
Don't
And
do
we're
it.
gonna
Don't go to
do-
that sleepover.
No,
It's
no,
bad.
no.
It's
I saw
bad.
midnight. I saw Midnight Mass. I know how this goes. You're just gonna give everyone some
It's a
Kool-Aid.
sleepover party.
James
Well,
doesn't like farts. You're not allowed to fart for a whole night. Stupid.
that's one. Well, all you got to do, you can fart. You just got to go outside. That's all I ask people to do. Go outside if you're gonna fart.
What's the point of having a sleeping bag if you can't fart in it?
Yeah,
Well,
that's half the fun.
spoiler
Collecting all
alert:
your
there's not
farts
gonna
to
be
sleep
a
with it.
lot of sleeping at this sleepover. Okay.
Ew.
You know what we're gonna do?
Yuck. No, I don't want to know.
We're gonna save children's lives. It's Extra Life on November 6th, and I'm gonna do a 24-hour stream. If Zach wanted to come out and wanted to spend the night here too, he could. But Morgan, you don't have many excuses of why you couldn't make it here for a sleepover.
What the heck?
party.
I'm a very busy person.
Not on that day. You can take that day off.
His van isn't going to drive itself around America on its own, James. Like somebody's got to do it.
But yeah, I with or without help, I'm gonna do a live stream on November.
Wait, what's
6th.
the date? Oh,
Extra
I know
Life.
for a fact November 6th is not a good date for me because I'm
Why?
teaching a class. I'm teaching that day. Why didn't you never run anything by me or like check in or?
Well, I mean, what was I gonna call up the Extra Life people and be like, Morgan's got a class he's teaching that day. You're gonna have to. What time? I'm telling you, a sleepover party. What time does that class go till?
It's. Let me see. Let me look at the calendar. I believe
It's a
in
24-hour class. If you're doing,
It's in
slumber
Northern
party
California.
It might be. I mean, just say you don't want to do it, Morgan. There's no shame.
No, I
Just
literally-
say you don't believe in charity. You think charity begins at home, and people should just look after themselves, and that you just don't want to do it. Just say it as it is. Don't pad it out with excuses, man.
Yeah, I'll be in Hayward.
Really?
Yeah.
So will I. We'll hang out. And hang
Yeah,
out.
I
That's
don't know
the
where
only
Hayward
day
is.
you can do charity.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
only day.
Extra Life. Like that's the day of the year that Extra Life is on.
But surely they must have like the day after or the day before as well.
Yeah,
Or
but
like we could do our
those
own
are-
thing or
I mean, we could do our own thing, but that's the 24-hour stream to raise money for children.
So
Okay,
what you're really
adults
saying
do
is
stuff
you
too, I
you
guess.
you want to do it on the 6th, and therefore we have to do it on the 6th.
You know what? We can do it on the 7th, and then I'll just keep all the money. It'll be for me. How about that?
Well, but
There is
this-
no
but-
bigger kid than James Heaney.
No, but this is literally what I'm saying. Like, how can it possibly be a situation where you're only allowed to raise money for this charity on one specific day?
Yeah.
I mean,
this is the
Wow,
problem.
this is like Danny when he criticizes game design. I don't know where you're coming from, Danny. There's blood drives, they set those up for individual days sometimes. You just don't walk up and, it kind of builds a community from it. But it's okay. We can poo-poo this charity thing. We do that with the Humble Bundle, right? Let's judge this charity. Is it worth putting money into?
oh god, yeah. Well, that's a point. But then, having said that, only 5% of the revenue from the Humble monthly stuff actually goes to charity. Anyway, it's a very small amount compared to
Yeah,
how
so
it used
fuck
to
them.
be.
Fuck them.
So-
Go buy the game normally. Why are we even bothering?
Well, I'm just saying you'd be better off just donating to the charity straight.
The way Morgan's drinking his coffee right now. It's so casual. Watching the world burn.
I'm in bed. I don't know what to tell you guys.
There's an FAQ on the
Drop
Extra Life website. Here's what it says. It says
It says you can donate money, I'm sure, anytime. They're not going to be like, no.
yeah, it says here, what if I can't commit to the entire time?
You will be shot.
Yeah, But then when you click on that question, it actually doesn't seem to exist. So it seems to. Oh, here we go. It says no problem. Don't let a commitment on the official game day stop you from joining in. You can put
Let's
in your
go.
game time whenever it works for you. That's on the official
but-
extralife.org website.
But why do you
the
think they
fit.
have one year that they call Extra Life?
What? A day?
They've spent a great deal of time getting this date to be every year. This first November Saturday is always the day that people raise money at.
Oh,
I mean,
Danny, is that when your 24-hour live stream was?
Well, no, but I wasn't raising for Extra Life.
Oh,
He was
so
raising
there's
for his
other
own
ways that you can
pockets.
raise money, or
all right.
You
But,
could,
I
but
mean,
you could do it on the Friday. It's more like of a weekend of festivities, isn't it, rather than just the one day necessarily. You could do it the day after, the day before, but you have to pin it down like to revolve around a day, because otherwise it'd be a free for all, right? People would just be doing it all year round. Not that that's a bad thing. Yeah, why do they pin it down to a day? There's no logic to this. It makes no
and
sense.
like when
There's
when
fucking
Dan-
logic to it. It
when-
makes it so everyone's aware. This one day we show up, we watch fucking people stream, and we donate.
thank you, Zach. Thank you for.
It's like Halloween. Go
Finally.
knock on someone's door right now and see if you're gonna get candy. You're not gonna get any fucking candy.
Yeah, you have you tried it? Have you tried it, Zach?
I'm
Get
gonna
out,
do
get
it
out,
right
get
now.
out there now. Get a camera.
You
Get
got
out
it.
there.
You have to go. I'm going.
I want live footage of you now.
I will say too, when Danny did his live stream for charity, he was like, "I'm gonna shoulder this whole burden. I don't need anyone else. If you guys wanted to show up, it's fine. But like, this is my thing. I'm gonna do
True, he
it
didn't
for
try to
me.
make
I
this
want it." James is out here
sleeping party.
begging for other people
I
to do it for
Ah,
him.
w-
Well, do you
a
want to know?
sleepover party where there are no farts allowed, but it's a sleepover party.
I think that might be the point that's not getting it. We got to be okay with farts.
Yeah, let us fart one
Fine.
time.
Yeah, because
Fine.
there's spontaneous combustion, just like while you're playing. Bang!
It might be worth actually pointing out one small little thing here, which is
That farting is healthy.
Well, that it is, but also during my 24-hour live stream, like you say, I did it on my own, but I invited you guys along to come and chip in, and I think you turned up for a little while, Morgan, and
I did.
I think you turned up for a little while, Zach.
Yep.
Do you know who didn't turn up?
Holy.
I think it was James. I don't seem to remember him being there. Actually, I was just trying to
was
think
awkward.
about it. And,
You were busy for that full 24 hours, James?
That's crazy. You must have been Hayward.
I don't remember what happened. Okay, I don't remember it. I mean, my guess is we didn't have a meeting like this where we talked about the date and do it.
Oh, no, we talked about it a lot. Yeah.
Anyway, the chat's popping off. Like it's all going off in the chat today.
You mean Mad Mikey B? Are you looking at YouTube or Twitch? Because it's only Mad
I,
Mikey
I,
B.
I look at both. It's more
Okay.
Twitch. Twitch is the place to be, really.
Oh, Mad Mikey B made a bad
Mikey's
joke.
got a good point. James should play something like grindy, like Destiny 2, where you can just play the same game for the full 24 hours.
Well, what I wanted to do is have the race for Dark Souls 3. I wanted to race to see who
You're
could
just
beat Dark
telling
Souls.
us that now?
I've been talking about this for 6 months.
No, we've been talking about doing the race. We weren't talking about doing it on November 6th. We weren't talking about doing it for Extra Life. We weren't.
I've given
Well-
you a little more than a month to prepare
I-
yourself.
I could have told you 3 months ago that I couldn't do November 6th.
Well,
You
is
never
that I have an idea on how
You
might
want
be
me to
able
share my
get-
calendar? I'll do it.
Hey,
Yes, I do want to
guys.
Sorry.
I've got a plan. I've got an idea on how we might be able to get around this. We should take it offline, because this has become less like as somebody rightly pointed out. I think it was Melrose, maybe as somebody else quite rightly pointed out. This is less of an announcement and more of James just having a think to himself out loud. Crispy AI, does this really qualify as an announcement? But we'll take it offline because I've got an idea on how we might be able to make this work.
Here's what I'll say is we might be able to find some way to work it out. All right, offline.
Yeah.
But if you aren't there on November 6th and you can't beat Dark Souls 3 faster than me, then it's because you don't got the skills I got. But we'll talk about it offline and figure it out. But I'm gonna beat it on. I'm gonna beat Dark Souls 3 on November 6th. And
Be
if
there.
Who's not able to do it?
What you
gonna
don't
go
know is
slower
that
than
there's
me?
going to be a postcard that arrives at your house tomorrow that says that if you haven't beaten Dark Souls 3 by the date that I finished Dark Souls 3, then you're a loser. And I sent it before, and I had it sit in the post office for months and months and months, and then now it's going to be delivered. Double sick
If
burn.
you're so lucky, the joy will stop that. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right.
Uh-oh, he's made the mail political.
Mhm.
Don't.
That's why we
don't
have to do
trigger
this
Zach.
fan mail. Like it keeps the joy out of the thing.
Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden.
Oh, I feel
Are
like
we in
I'm
NASCAR?
inside of a Long Island cafeteria right now.
Oh.
I got my spicy chicken sandwich. Good
Good
times
God.
though.
Fun stuff.
Okay, so I guess is there any other announcements?
Danny and I are like this close to finishing 12 minutes. This
Oh
close.
God, we are this close to falling out. That's what's really happening. Like we were.
We're gonna have to play It Takes Two again.
Oh, we really do need to. Like honestly, it was
Oh,
getting
no.
stressful last night.
Yeah.
We were.
I'm
By,
definitely yeah.
by the end of it, we were just screaming at each other, and I was like, "This is not good. This is not good television. We need to turn this off.
Yeah.
This is not."
No.
Oh, that. But I'll tell you something about 12 minutes. It's not quite what I was enjoying it at first, but I feel like it's a bit too like some of the ways you progress in the story are not obvious. Like it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit odd.
I don't know. You need to play McPixel, and then you'll really understand what odd is for trying to make
Yeah.
progression in a story.
I think I got to
Game.
revisit McPixel. It's been a long time.
Oh, it's so much
That
fun. In
game's
fact,
frustrating.
I'll start it up for Danny next time. Once we finish 12 minutes, we'll go into McPixel. McPixel!
Anyway, the only other announcement, if it qualifies, is obviously James has got his new series that he's doing around Humble Bundle, where he's trying to decide, as Zach says, whether it's worth. Should you give to charity this month? Are you getting your money's worth?
Holy moly! Wait, that's
Well,
the
here, I
idea?
think there's a lot of
It's a weird way to look
confusion
at it
about
like
this.
that, but it's true.
But there's a lot of different packages. You can get it where you're only able to get 3 games. And the question is, what 3 games do you get from this month's Humble Bundle?
Totally. And every time I walk up to like a charitable spot, I'm just like, what do I get?
Yes. Where is it? Where is the value for money in me giving to charity?
No,
That's
no,
what
no.
I want to know.
You don't understand what charity is, my friend. 3 video games. Pronto. Oh, yeah, you want some money? Come here, children. 5%
My
only
guess
to you.
is
Danny told me.
my guess is that the money that goes to charity is going to go to charity whether or not you pick your 3 video games for the month.
That's a fair point. Yeah. So he's not deciding whether to get. Yeah, it's deciding which of the ones to pick.
So you're happy to
Okay.
donate and not take any video games. So if you judge the 3 games, you're like, none of these are worth it, guys. Keep your
Whoa.
donations going.
The developers are just crying.
Here's what I would say is actually it's probably, my guess would be it's actually probably worse to not pick games, because then there's 12 games there, and if you haven't made your choice, then Humble Bundle, this selfless organization, is holding on to all 12 of the games until you choose. So they're probably having to pay
That's-
out like a monthly rental fee for your 12 choices
No.
until you pick the 3.
Oh my!
I don't know how it works.
Like they're
that
borrowing
is-
a book from the library.
I know,
not-
yeah.
not
There's a
how
late
it
fee,
works.
late return fee for this.
I'm
could've
just saying heroes come in many shapes and many sizes, and I'm a hero. I'm making a video series to help you choose your Humble Bundle choices.
Yeah.
James, in your head, do like all the unsold Steam keys, do they just sit in a warehouse somewhere and somebody like physically goes and grabs them and then, types it in and sends it to you when you buy a game? Like, is that...
I mean, how else would it work?
I got a couple keys for Neon Abyss over here. Do you want to get rid of these?
Some guys running down the aisle to grab it, Amazon style.
Exactly, yeah.
Fucking machine just runs over him. Must pick up code.
Oh my God, speaking of which, have you seen that new Amazon robot thing that was announced the other week?
Oh yeah, the little Roomba that has
Oh
a
my...
face.
Oh my lord! I've not seen anything so
Ridiculous.
disturbing in my entire life. It's like a
Well,
little
I have
robot.
one right here.
Really?
Kidding.
Yeah, it's got like a tablet for a face, and it's got a face on it, and basically it just roams around your house. You can use it like an Alexa, so you can talk to it and stuff. But apparently, it just roams around your house, watching what you do, collecting non-specific bits of data about your activity in your own house. I guess so it can, allegedly, so it can quote unquote,
I'm helping.
identify intruders, apparently. But I mean, that Jeff Bezos is collecting your habits just so he can decide what kind of things to upsell you on advertising and stuff like that. And yeah, it's the creepiest thing I've ever seen. And apparently, according to some leaks from some Amazon engineers who spoke to some publication or another off the record, it's a terrible product and it has a tendency to throw itself downstairs whenever it's presented with the opportunity. So
it's self-aware.
Let me die.
Yeah,
Let me
please
die.
kill me. Kill me.
yeah, it's awful. Yeah, I don't know if you can
No,
see a picture
you know
of
what's
it. But...
worse is the flying one, dude. You think it's bad? There's one on the ground.
Oh
There's
yeah,
one flying around, like,
there was the bot one,
third
yeah,
your
the
house.
drone one. That's even worse. I know. Oh my
money.
god. Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, effectively there's it's like sits in a little dock, this drone, and then it can just take off out of its little dock and just fly around your house looking for intruders.
Say doc again.
Dock.
I don't mean to circle back onto James, but Mikey is asking why you don't get 12 keys a month, why you only get 3.
So here's why, because Mikey and I are grandfathered into the old choice. Now, if you sign up, you can only get 3 or you can get 9. But you have to be grandfathered into the great deal of getting all 12. And that's why I feel like it is my duty to do this series, because
Yeah.
with great power comes great responsibility.
Okay, I was just
But
curious.
Mikey hasn't.
James went
I'm
into
a
full
grandpa.
performer mode.
So you have the option of getting all 12 games, but if I was to sign up, I could at most get 9 games.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's
Oh,
what
he
it
just
is.
made
But
that
there's
up.
a cheap option where you only have to get 3. But it's like, why get the cheap option? I think $5 more and you get.
Isn't the whole
the
show
9.
based off of the cheap option, the 3?
No, then there's the 9 option. You're still like.
What about
No,
the
but
12 option? What about the
but you
12
said
option?
the idea of the show is that you would do the 3 that you should pick. Shouldn't it be the 9?
Well, I'm
that you
gonna
should pick?
I'm gonna give the order of what I think the best games are in there. And
The
this
top
month
3.
I didn't start this. I would say it's gonna go from top 3 to then the bottom of the 9, and then the 3 that I'd say just don't get these ones.
I have a logistics question. I'm assuming, I don't know how this works. How many games are you choosing from?
12.
So there's only 12 games total.
12 games total.
So you're gonna purchase and play all 12 of these games so that you can rate them?
Well, I have the monthly premium where I get all 12.
Yeah.
Now,
You're
if
gonna
a new
download
person
them and
signs
play
up-
them.
That's what I'm trying to do. I came up with I started doing it like, I don't know, October 5th, like not October, September, like halfway through September.
Yeah.
I started, and I made it through like 6 of them. But I plan on, for the October one, which drops tomorrow, I'm going to try to get through all of them. And
First,
so
once I'm done
day
with
or
all
two?
of them, yeah, like
I
every day I'll
have to
record them.
subscribe to get the benefit, though, right? By the time you're getting the videos out, is it going to be like, quickly, I have to make my choice?
It's
Tell me
true.
when time.
It's true. Well, no, if you could. That's the thing. It's like you could have them. Mikey hasn't unlocked his keys. You can have them forever, and then go back and decide which games you want to unlock. You have
Why is
the
Mikey
unlockability.
rolling around on these keys?
I don't know.
He only
I
plays
guess
one
he does
game.
it just for charity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
why
good
are you
game.
even subscribed? Mikey only plays Destiny 2. Why are you even subscribed to the thing in the first
Yeah.
place?
Because he's a good man. He's a good man.
Yeah, exactly. He does it for the charity. He does it for charity. He doesn't do it for the yeah.
He doesn't do it for
games.
the free Neon Abyss and
I feel like
He
Neon
only
Abyss
plays
is
one.
free everywhere.
yeah.
Actually, you know what you could do? Like he never redeems them. So if you're interested in any of these games, don't bother giving to charity. Just go and ask Mikey for the key. I'm sure he'll pass along
Yeah.
keys for any games that
Well-
you might want to play.
That is one nice thing that Humble Bundle has added in. It used to be that it was like breaking the rules to give a key away. Now they have a button that you click to give it to a friend. And then you give it to them and they can get it. So if Mikey would like, and if people wanted, we could have it where like we'll give away each of the games that are in there, not me, because I'm unlocking it to play it to make a video.
I know. I just bought Hot Wheels through Humble Bundle, and I gifted it to somebody.
Oh, really? How is
Yeah.
Hot Wheels? Have you played it?
No, I gifted it to somebody.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
a
I didn't
grown
know if
man.
you liked it.
I don't have time for these childish endeavors.
He gifted it to me, by the way.
Oh.
So childish endeavors, but honestly, it was the
Maybe
nicest
you're-
gift.
I was
It was the
worried.
nicest gift I've had in a while because that new Hot Wheels game looks great. It reminds me of the old Micro Machines.
That's
From
what I was
back in the
just
day.
going to ask. I love the old top-down Micro Machines game.
Well-
Is it like that?
No,
It's-
it's more like Forza, right? Or it's third person kind of.
Well, it's not top down, so it's like a traditional. It's like a more modern 3D racer, but it's like Micro Machines in that you're playing in a scaled down miniature car and you know racing
That's
across
cool.
tabletops and through kitchens.
That's what
and,
Hot Wheels are.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I know what Hot Wheels are, but that's what the game is as well because that's what Hot Wheels is. And
But you
Micro
keep saying
Machines,
it-
Micro Machines is also a brand brand of miniature toy.
I
cars.
know, but
Yeah.
so is Hot Wheels, and that's what it is.
Yeah, we're
what he's saying is
actually
the similarity.
we're agreeing, Zach. So you don't need to get angry.
I just feel like you're making it like a Micro Machines. It's like they're Hot Wheels, okay? Hot Wheels are Hot Wheels. I get that they're similar. Let's
You
point
guys
out.
ever played Rocket League before?
Oh,
Yes.
you.
Rocket League
All
is
right.
great. I liked Rocket League. Anyway,
Yeah.
Should we rock through some of these?
I just really quickly want to
some of
say
this
about the
fan
Hot
mail?
Wheels thing.
Nah, I gotta go.
The
Oh,
cars
it's good.
actually show real damage after time. You're like models in the game. They show damage like as if you were a kid playing with it. It's cool.
oh, can we address an elephant in the room before we move on to the first video? Because there's like a ton of activity in the chat today, and I've seen a number of people questioning why is there no Dark Souls 2? Where is Dark Souls 2? I've not been around for a while, but why are you not doing Dark Souls 2 anymore? Do you want to?
Boy.
You guys met up last week, right?
Well, we were supposed to.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
want to
we
throw
weren't.
anybody.
Promises were made. Promises were not
James
kept.
was like, "Oh, you could come over," and I was like, "I don't know if I'll be able to." And then Monday morning, James was like, "I'm here and ready. Where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm working. I'm not going to be able to."
That's not the way it unfolded. You said have everything ready to go for when I get there, and I
No.
did.
I did not say that.
I don't know where the misunderstanding was. I think it was because the week before
It's every
we
time we
struggled, and I
communicate.
said, "Don't worry, next week we can." Every time we communicate.
And and I said, "I don't know if I'll be able to." At that
Well, I
time,
thought it
when
was
you were
just
telling me
like
about
the
it, and then you're
rhetorical.
like,
I don't know. I didn't know if you. I didn't know you really meant. I don't know.
"I don't know."
Like,
is
there's a big difference
question.
between I don't know and I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it was the I don't know if I'll be able to.
Well, if it makes anybody feel better, no one's heart was broken more than mine because I had everything set up and I had the microphones and the couch and I had fluffed them. I
Yeah.
had made iced coffee and I was just expecting.
And we hadn't talked about it since the time that I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do it." When James was just like, "Oh, you're gonna."
You
come
did it
over at this
again
time,
though.
and we're
You
gonna
said
do
it with that inflection that you didn't know, but you knew. Like everybody heard it just now. I don't know.
I actually feel really bad because I've got this image in my head now. Like James has like gone to all this effort, like he's made
I did.
drink for you. Like
But it's
Punkett's
so
all
long.
excited because Uncle Morgan's come in and he's just sat there excited, waiting for the doorbell to ring, and then it's just crickets. And
But
and
is
just
that my
nothing
fault or
happens.
James's fault?
I think
It's your fault.
I don't necessarily think it's your fault, but I still feel bad for James because he,
Because he hurt himself. It's like when someone trips and falls on their face. feel
You
bad
guys
for him
know
a
how
little
much I
bit.
like pity. Just don't stop Danny from giving me this pity part.
Yeah, he
I
likes
was
it.
lonely. I was expecting my friend to come over and play video games with me, and instead I sat by myself. Well, here's what actually happened. The reason I thought it was going to happen is I knew you were coming over to drop off the car because you had been Morgan is just the nicest person in the world and
Wow,
saves
here
me
we
out
go.
of every trouble I've ever been in. He's my guardian angel, and he took our car because there's a lot of tow trucks going on, and there's a lot of don't want to get into it. But he was bringing my car back that day, and he said, "No problem, I'm going to bring it back." So I thought he wasn't doing anything, and he was coming over to hang out, and instead he didn't. Instead, he didn't hang out. He just brought the car.
Bless you.
He just brought the car and left it, which it's hard to complain when somebody's doing you a huge
But-
favor.
You knew I was bringing the car because I said I was going to bring the car. You didn't know if I was going
Yeah.
to play because I said I don't know if I'll be able to.
But you
See the
didn't
difference?
say it like that. You didn't say it like that.
I
You
wish-
said- you didn't.
I
you
wasn't
just-
mad at the time. I wasn't mad at the time. At the time, I was just like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
Oh, I wish you ghost rid. Like you just hopped out of the car while it was rolling when you pulled up, and you just like left. I don't know. I don't know if we're
I
playing.
don't know. Well,
I don't know how to put.
the other thing that people are asking about for DS2, I think that we'll be able to. We might be able to record it now that James fixed my computer.
Yeah, maybe. But you
Yeah.
probably with Dark Souls 2, you would not have the connection speed to be able to play along, because that's the problem.
Why? My
'Cause you
input
have
to
one.
my
have one
input to your
megabyte up.
computer wouldn't be that much information.
Yeah, I'm
It's
willing to try it. Like I would love
Yeah,
to.
we should try. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
El Mono Mike said he's down. I'm down to pay for Elden Ring for you guys to see the four of you doing the walkthrough in teams. Zach with James and Danny with Morgan.
Oh my god.
I don't know why that particular order, but
That
yeah,
would-
you.
I would like
it would be
that.
flipping the script. That would be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
But what
I-
isn't Elden Ring on PS5?
No, Elden Ring will be on PC when it comes out next year.
Wow. Way to keep up with it.
I suppose my point was, El Mono Mike, you don't need to do that because we can afford to buy the game for ourselves. So
Mike,
keep
I'm
your
sorry,
money
I'm sorry.
in your pocket.
Danny, let's take this offline.
Let's take this offline. Sure. Oh, you mean I don't worry, James. I meant GameFront, the company, would pay for it, not you personally. Don't shit the bed. It's not the we don't. If you want to donate to stuff like that, Patreon's always cool. So check out the Patreon.
Yeah.
But we don't need you to buy games for us. We can. Mikey's shouting at me. Buy Danny except free games.
Just
Except free
narrowly
games.
afford games.
No, we can pay for our we make a modest amount of revenue at this point, kind of, to pay for games and things. Anyway, should we do the first video? We should move on.
Let's do it. So this is Neon Abyss. Hard to be humble. I think that might be the name that's sticking because I have consistently been asking people, and there was some cool. I'm sure we'll get through some cool suggestions on names for it. But I think it might stick with Hard to be Humble because I just like it.
This is the third name for the series now, right? Which is a week and a half old.
What about Scrumble Bumble?
Ooh, Scrumble Bumble. That's an interesting.
Okay.
Was
I
it-
didn't know I was talking through the intro. Did you say we're going to do the intro now, or did I just...
That was
We call
ages
it, you
ago.
only get what you give.
It doesn't matter. You people can still hear you. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, that was it. So it started off as Hard to be Humble, and then it became the Humble Choice. And
then I was
now-
going to do my humble choice because I was thinking that maybe that was wrong to call it the choice. It's just my choice, my opinions.
Okay.
My humble opinion.
Yeah,
My humble opinion.
that's the good name of the show.
Oh, my humble opinion. Yeah. Oh,
Or
that,
in-
how
what is it,
how did you not think
IMHO?
of that?
Isn't IMHO?
That is pretty
my
good.
humble opinion, or what is it? What's the?
IMHO in my humble opinion. Yeah.
Do it, James. IMHO.
wow.
That's
Well,
a good
Nice.
one.
Wait. Where's Dark Space or Dark Page?
Oh yeah, Dark Page, is it good?
Dark Page. You got to get him in on this. It's always been
Oh,
overlooked.
wow.
He's a
Heroes
a
firing
great-
shots. Name it. Elders react to Humble Bundle games.
Oh, I'm going to pass out. That's too funny. Oh, it is really funny.
I'm trying to think of like okay
Roasted.
boomer, okay humble.
Oh, oh, that's
Oh,
really
Jesus.
funny. Actually, I might go with that.
Okay humble.
Oh, that's
Oh.
pretty funny.
Holy moly!
It's amazing. Okay. Anyway, we're Spartan
I think
314.
the funniest part is I think that would actually be a great like clickbait name for people. It would get new people to
It
watch it.
it would be accurate as well. Like, what was the first one you
Yeah.
played? Like PGA Golf. Like,
Yeah.
hello, boys and girls. This week I'm going to be playing 15 rounds of golf.
It
I
sounds
got-
like I'm as
Those
good as
guys are-
Tad Wayward.
Those guys would sue you so fast. Remember they tried to copyright the React style of video?
Oh, those
did that?
brothers, the Fine
Yeah.
Bros or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
The fucking douchebag bros.
Okay. Well,
Morgan,
that's
did
not-
you ever
that's not
work
fun.
for
Oh, let's stand up for him.
I didn't. I feel like they played the Fine. Were the Fine Bros on ERB? I forget.
I know somebody who used to work with them. I don't remember who it was, but there was somebody that worked for the Fine Brothers. It might have been Mitch for a short minute, but somebody I knew pretty well was working for the Fine Brothers.
That is such a weird thing to claim and then also not be able to remember which friend.
I'm not
Somebody I
saying
knew
they were
really
on,
well. I
like,
knew them
camera.
super well.
It was
And they
somebody
worked
that
for him.
I knew pretty
remember.
well, and that was like, yeah, I'm working for the Fine Brothers. I was like, oh wow,
But
that's
it
a
could have
pretty
been
good name.
Mitch. Could have been
I mean, I don't know who it was.
I do. I actually know the person, and I won't mention any names. But I know the person who worked on that rollout campaign that ended up
Spill
being a
the
complete
beans.
nightmare. And I think it's probably the same person that we know.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe later you can tell. me,
We'll take it
because we don't need
offline.
to put the person on blast.
Yeah.
Well, we know it's not Mitch now.
It's
not Mitch.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was like a friend of ours, but okay. So let's get into Neon Abyss. We've got Spartan's first message is, yeah, you better get humble. Edit. The music is really jamming. Neon Abyss's music is really good. Actually, it was, I don't know. It's a really good game. I think that it in itself is worth like $10.
You can also get it free on Game Pass.
Oh, really? Is
Game
it on Game
Pass.
Pass? Oh, right.
It has been for a while. I don't know if it still is.
Right.
Oh yeah, it might have been taken off because it's been.
I
on
know
there for so
Katana
long.
Katana Zero's coming off, which bums me out.
Oh, I never played it.
That's the only thing about Game Pass is you don't own the game, do you? Really? So, like, if it ever gets pulled off Game Pass, you lose access
Please
to it.
explain this to us.
Yeah.
Please explain this. How
Oh,
it works. Welcome
But
to
it's-
GameFront. This is how Xbox Game Pass works.
For the most part, like the
Well, you're-
games that you play on there, like after you beat them or whatever, it's fine if they go away. And if it's something that you really love, then you buy it.
Yeah.
The only
love
reason I brought it up was just because the phrase "it's free" on Game Pass is technically not quite true.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's part of the
Oh,
subscription
God.
to Game Pass, which you pay $10 for or whatever.
Yeah, but you don't own the game, so you're renting it effectively.
Yeah, it's part of the subscription.
When you make, in my
You
humble
also get
opinion,
a discount.
choice, you get to keep those games forever. So Simon DG comes in with some questions about the series. Each bundle is like 10 games, right? It's 12. Wouldn't it be better to make a 1 or 2 hour video in which you do a quick review of all the games at once? Now, if I was going to play each of those games enough to give it a real honest review, that would be at least like 12 hours to do
Wait,
one
are you-
video.
Is that not what you're doing?
What I'm doing is I'm recording each one and putting each video up for 1 hour. And I'm not making like a hard 1 hour rule on it. If the game sucks, I'm going to stop playing it when I can no longer bear to play through it.
Wait.
And I'm going to try to get through as many of them as possible.
Maybe I don't.
He's
understand
saying
the
make
series.
one video of a montage of all 12 games.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, agreed. I said that offline. We had this conversation offline. We did it. We had it offline before it was online.
Only because it's the ultimate goal is for you to help them make a decision on which game, right?
The ultimate goal is to play a video game and have some content to come up when I can't get my best friend to come over and play video
Okay.
games.
Okay.
This is
wow.
this is going
Danny,
offline.
Danny,
So this is a
Danny,
hate series.
Danny,
This is-
let's
you're
leave.
just
Danny,
hate
we should go.
seriesing.
We should go. We should
Holy
go.
moly!
It seems like it's a great way to get like play new games. Like it's a really easy way to do it. It also is.
Yeah. I just want you to be framing it to the audience so that they know what they're consuming. If it's like if you're selling it as a way for people to help them make their choice or your
Yeah.
opinion on what the best choice is,
Uh-huh.
then that montage is going to be a lot better.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe I will make the montage once it's all done, but that montage, I'm not going to wait to finish the montage before putting out the other stuff.
I think Crispy
I would
Eyes
do it.
just says you should take this
Well,
offline.
I would do
yeah,
it. I would do it the other way. I would put
you-
the montage up and then release the 1 hour videos afterwards. Like, see more by
or stream those videos.
because then you would have a link to all of the other.
Stream the
Longer-
videos and then
long
make a
form videos.
montage from the videos.
Then you're
Well,
like tripling the amount of content. Hey, good idea, James.
Well, no,
That is a good
no,
idea,
no,
James.
no, no,
We
no.
all agree, James.
Good
Good
job, man.
idea.
Love
So
it.
you don't have to. So what the thing is nobody's forced to watch the entire video. In fact, they could see the thumbnail and say, "Oh, Neon Abyss, I've played that. I don't need to see that." But if you're like Neon Abyss, I've never even heard of that. I'll watch 5 minutes of it. Oh, 5 minutes deep, you're like, I'm feeling it. I'm gonna watch 10 minutes of this. You know what? Maybe you watch the whole thing twice.
Wait, but
I'm
I
not
thought
gonna
this was to
judge.
get them to go buy the game or choose.
They don't have to.
They
It's whether or
play
not they want to choose to be, because you got several options. First of all,
It's true.
either like every month you either are going to, because if you pay like for a whole year in advance, then you have basically credits, and you just have to decide whether or not you're going to use your credit to do this month's Humble Bundle.
Yeah.
And you have all the way until the last day, which is today, is the last day for September's. And then tomorrow the new one will start. And you could then, even if you decide that you unlock September's, even 10 years from now, well, if there's still a company, let's say 6 months from now, because
Oh, that's
they're
not
going to be a
boding
company
well.
still. In 6 months, you could come back to September and make your choices.
But
It's
not in
just
10
that
years.
you have to
Do not even dare coming back in 10 years.
I mean,
The
they've been
company
around
will
for
be
10 years,
defunct.
but I don't know how long Humble Bundle is going to last. It's you know the world, man.
Well,
Holy moly,
internet,
they've been around
computers,
for a long
technology
time.
is very finicky. Like
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell what's going to happen in 10 years. I'm not a psychic, but I'm just saying that at least in 6 months, as long as you decide by today whether or not you want to be part of the September Humble Bundle, you can always go back and choose it. You just have to make that decision by the first Tuesday of the month.
So Seti
Right.
says that he really enjoyed this one.
Yes.
I think
let's search for extraterrestrial life or whatever. SETI.
no Sedi Seddy.
Oh.
Apparently is this his or her name? And yeah, I don't know. Should we just say glad you enjoyed it? I'm glad or excellent.
I think excellent's a good
Excellent.
Yeah.
We all concur.
Give it the old
It's the
love and
first
thumbs
thing
up.
we've agreed on today.
Finally. Hallelujah.
We need to get some harmony back in this group. Kamikaze Ice says, personally, from this month's choices, I'm looking forward to Narita Boy and, strangely enough, Orwell. Ignorance is strength. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed the first Orwell game, not my usual type of game. You've not got around to Orwell yet, have you?
That's Orwell is the last game on the list. I might skip because I'm going to probably record today a couple of them. I might skip right to Orwell because I'm looking forward to that too. But I'm afraid I didn't play the first one. But when I look at it, it's like a Big Brother like mystery kind of game. It does seem like it would be fun. There's a couple on the list that I wish I would have started this series earlier so I could have gotten through all of them on time. And one of them is that. And Atomic Crops looks cool to me.
Cool. I mean, I don't know anything about those games, to be honest. So
Cool.
So yeah,
Excellent.
excellent.
All right, we got to stop talking about James's series. People are over it.
Yeah, someone said that this is the Take It Offline fan mail. So we probably should move on. So this was Danny Souls, episode number 27. This was the one where I finally learned how to parry, kind of. And I have to admit, like so I've learned how to parry Morgan, because I know you and I are kind of like kindred spirits on the old parry thing. I've learned how to.
Worth it.
It's Well, I don't know, because I've learned how to parry against one
What
particular.
the fuck are you talking about, Danny?
No.
Don't
Well,
agree with him. Do
this
not
is-
agree with him. You should watch this guy. He's parrying left and right nonstop now.
No,
It's like
I
he
never
can't help
parry.
himself.
No,
Now he's
Oh,
that's
Danny
all he
is?
knows. Yeah, Danny. That's what I'm talking about. My boy
well-
Danny. My boy.
Let me explain. So the one enemy, this particular knight, not the one with the big long stabby stick, but the one with the sword.
Oh, yeah.
I can parry him now quite, consistently. I'm hitting the parries with him, and it's allowed me to get through that part of Anor Londo a lot more easily than before I was parrying that guy. I can't parry anybody else yet. Like parrying the other dudes, it's still off the. I think.
Well, I actually haven't played Dark Souls since last week when I heard this tip, but the idea of parrying the hand and not the weapon tip, I can't wait to give that a shot. That sounds like it's going to change my parry game.
Are you a parry game?
Huh?
11 years later.
Well,
Dude, I think I just got this new tip.
I've always been
It'll
looking at
change
the
the
tip
whole
of the
game.
sword, tip of the spear. That's always what I've been parrying. I never heard until last week that you're supposed to follow their hand instead, which changes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, see the chat's brought me back down to earth. He's learned how to parry Silver Knights, which are some of the easiest to do so against. It's good, but it's not learned how to parry. You must learn how to crawl before you can walk. So that's kind of what's happened.
But
So-
once you can parry those guys, that's good farming, right? Don't they drop they drop something good?
It's 1,000 souls. I think sometimes they'll drop a Silver Knight sword or the shield, but yeah, it's not bad. It'd just be good if Danny then,
In Dark
stayed
Souls
alive and got his
3,
soul
they
back.
drop large Titanite and
That's what I'm
sometimes
thinking
2
of.
regular Titanite.
And there's that little farming bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good
James'
times.
favorite.
Farming.
Anyway, Amazing Jays kicks things off with still at the beginning of the video, so maybe you figure this out by the end. But the riposte attack is something you can do after a successful parry, and it's essentially a front stab. Because to explain, I was kind of like, parrying them and then going to do a backstab because I didn't realize that was. I didn't realize.
Just like wobble around the back of them.
Yeah, because I didn't realize the riposte was a thing because I'd never
Yeah.
really learned how to parry before. So this is all like,
Yeah.
I know this is embarrassingly late in the game to
Zach,
be picking this stuff up.
this is
It's
your
not.
fault.
No, Zach's tried to explain it, and my
No,
brain's
he
just
didn't.
not.
Well, he
taking
didn't do a
it
very
in.
good job.
No, it's me. I'll take responsibility. It's my
I'm the
freaking.
parent sitting at the parent-teacher meeting, yelling at Zach. No, it's my kid.
And
My
I'm
kid
just
that doesn't get it.
calling your child a word that's going to get me fired.
Yeah. Again.
No,
from
it's
another district.
It's
Yeah.
my fault. It's my fault. I am. Yeah. As Zach says, I should take the short bus to these particular.
Okay.
I mean, that's what. I
That's
said.
offline talk.
Okay. Anyway,
Speak for me in that instance. I'll burn those bridges on my own.
anyway, so there was all that, but then as Jays points out, like literally 10 seconds later, I figure it out. So we've got that down. That's fine. Dangerous says Danny Parry King. I don't know if I'm as good at parrying as I am at platforming, but I appreciate the sentiment, I guess.
They're close.
El Mono Mike says, it's so satisfying seeing Danny play now that he's learned parry. The next step will be to learn how to make better use of throwing knives or the bow to lure enemies and make one-on-one encounters. Once he does that, it will be downhill from there on.
Nightbot in the
downhill's
chat says, want to see what you may have missed out on? Check out our YouTube channels. Oh,
Thanks, Nightbot.
thanks, Nightbot.
Kamikaze says, Adventurements!
Holy
And then goes on to
moly.
say, can Danny kick the cap and unscrewed off a bottle? How well is your kung fu or whatever martial arts? I think it's kung fu. What kind of kicks do you do?
Not really.
Well,
You mean
guys
like
remember that challenge, right? That was like a while
Yeah.
back. Yeah. Danny did it because you're Jason
You
Statham.
do like a spinning back kick, and you're trying to kick the cap, like spin the cap off of a bottle without knocking it over.
Knocking it over.
Yeah, knocking it over.
And I
you
thought
know-
you were able to do it. You just couldn't kick the bottle cap on. It was too much force.
what, me?
Yeah,
Was that not you?
I thought I
Got-
remember seeing that video. Roll that bean footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, I think you might have confused me for somebody else. It's not me.
You're just being humble. Let's move on.
You're the guy that was in that movie where he like dies, but then they inject him with something, and he's got to keep his heart rate up for a really long time, and then he has sex in the middle of the street.
Jason
You're that
Statham.
guy, right?
Oh, yeah. And then in the second one, don't they have sex like at a horse? Yeah,
Wait,
no.
why is there a second one?
Yeah,
Does
no,
he
he
get
fell
the
out of
same
a
thing a
fucking
second time?
helicopter.
Why it was like Jolt 2 or whatever.
Crank 2.
No, I think it's
Yeah.
called Jolt. The first one's really good.
Brought to you by Jolt. They should have. They're the great product placement right there.
I think Jolt is that animated movie with Miley Cyrus.
Oh my god, and John Travolta's a little dog.
Oh no, Jolt is there's a new movie called Jolt and it's not good. What is it Bolt?
Oh, Bolt is what I'm talking about. You're right.
Oh,
yeah.
Bolt is what I'm talking about too. Yeah, Jolt not good either. Keep going.
I feel like I've walked into the movie podcast again.
It's
What
about
movie
this.
podcast?
Oh yeah.
All right. Then Kamikaze says, "You're thinking Alpha 5. Good impression, Zach. AI is from Monkey Ball."
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's I rather than.
So
No,
Danny,
II
you're
is
correcting
spelled
James, even though you're the one being
AYE.
corrected in the comment.
No, I think you're the one being corrected in the
No,
comment.
you are. I did the impression right, and you called Alpha 5 AI or whatever. So you're wrong.
No, I didn't. I
You're
called him
wrong.
I. I called him
Oh
I.
yeah. Okay, someone can pull up that clip. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Quiet on my end.
Beans.
And you know,
beans.
his head kind of reminds me of I from Power Rangers. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Why are you wearing that outfit?
that's his favorite outfit.
Oh.
Danny, what are you trying to do right now?
Well, I just proved it that I said I.
I didn't hear it at all.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
I couldn't hear
I
it,
don't think
but
I don't think you would hear it because of the way
No,
this works.
you're wrong. Its name isn't II. That's the fucking point, dude.
Oh, its name is not called I.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, right, okay.
It's AI.
Ah, right. Yeah. So
Read
okay,
the
yeah.
comment and then try to like belittle
Yeah.
James, and then I come up and I'm like, "Hey, man, know your place," and then you double down.
He
What
did
is
learn
this,
that
KFC?
from James. That's James.
It's
Tweety.
true.
Kamikaze then goes on to say, "Danny Perry, I are learning Silver Knight. Oh, wiener mittens gets wrecked."
Wienerman.
Wiener mittens.
What, you don't use dick gloves?
That reminds me that I tried my damnedest to go back and watch the Knuckleheads.
Oh
Like
god.
I was like, they love it. I gotta get through this first episode, and it's not good. And
It is not.
I'm never going to watch it.
Hey, good on you for getting through the whole episode. I
I don't
had to-
think I didn't finish the first episode.
I
I've
did.
tried to watch it like 3 times.
Well,
It's
What
bad.
happens when you're like halfway through it?
Well, let me tell you the premise of the first episode.
Okay.
We're following around 2 cops who are trying to solve the case of a serial this person who knocks people out and puts breast implants into them
Okay.
how stupid.
Now you're talking.
all
Go
around
on.
town. And well, that's
So
it. So
I'm
they're
guessing
like,
all around town, people got boobs, huh?
yeah, and he's doing it to guys. He's putting boobs on guys.
Well,
That's what's
pretty
funny.
Cool. That's really outrageous.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
That's
go
the
on.
whole thing.
That's-
That's it.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good start.
That's a good start. You think that's a good premise for a show?
Okay.
I don't know where they're gonna take it. I don't know
Okay.
where they're gonna take it.
Oh my
Elevator
God.
pitch bought. James is in. Where do I sign a check or sign the check?
Yikes!
What am I doing? I'm on a yoga ball. I think I need to get
He's
a
on
chair.
a side
Get a
or
goddamn
whatever.
chair.
I need to get a stool. 'Cause
Sidian.
First of all, my yoga ball constantly gets less and less air, so that means that I'm like going lower and lower. If I get a stool, then at least my eyes would be like, this is where I want my eyes to be for good camera angle.
It's just interesting the amount of room we all have between our camera and our face, and you seem to not have any to spare. Anyway, that's just what I've noticed.
All right, so then I see Danny says, I'm just trying to be a hat glass half full kind of guy.
Hat,
I know what
hat
he
glass,
means,
hat
but what-
full. What
Is
you
it
doing?
ass hat glass? What is this?
Hat glass?
I'm not sure
Oh.
what
hat
happened
full
there.
kinda guy.
Clearly, he's having a stroke.
So at one stage in the video, I tried to say the phrase, I'm just trying to be a glass half full kind of guy. And I went back and watched it, and for some weird reason, I did literally say, "I'm just trying to be a hat glass half full kind of guy," and I don't remember doing it. I don't know why I did it. So like I say, I must have been having a stroke or something. I just generally don't know why I said those words in that particular. Like, I'll be honest, like things have become a struggle lately. Just
Words.
just
I'm
words.
a hat man.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a hat man.
yeah. I think my day's doing this a number, to be honest. But anyway, clearly it's affecting me more than it should.
Well, there's the 24-hour stream coming up for Extra Life. Just get ready.
Yeah, that'll be the end, I think.
Well, and then Elden Ring.
You don't want
right,
me
that's January.
involved in Elden Ring
right.
necessarily.
Yeah, you'll
Zach
play Elden Ring, then
talking-
I'll play Elden Ring.
Zach talking about an NPC killing the PC who had all this Estus plus 3 and didn't use it. Very funny, very relevant, funny video equals when the controller dies from the NPC's perspective.
Yeah. Is that when like your controller disconnected or something? No.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm sure you had like gotten killed and you had a shitload of Estus flasks on you. That's what I'm gathering from that. You didn't bother to fill up. So yeah. I can remember it now. I think it's one of those Silver Knights. They killed you, and then it was just the fact you hadn't healed. And they would have been like, "Wow, this guy has got full health. Like, oh my god, he didn't take advantage of any of this. He just let me beat him down to
Yeah, getting killed with 9 Estus flasks left is not.
just clearly
Yeah.
like that guy is so beaten."
Anyway, Kamikaze Ice again says, paging Mick Boggs. We have a hatless and pantless platforming king on the loose. I repeat, he's hatless and pantsless. I mean,
Let's see it.
this was brief. I don't think I was dressed this way for
God, we
two
gotta
hours.
make you hollowed or
Yeah,
reverse
nice.
hollowed. That's so bad. I don't think you can wear much more, but
Oh,
I
God,
mean,
you're
it'll
right. You took
be
your pants off and you
maybe-
kept
I think you could pull those off. You could pull either those boots off.
I don't want to see it now.
I'll
I'm
turn
sure
that
he-
down.
Whoa.
Yeah, let me. Let me.
You were
I have
just
mine
wearing.
muted, so I
Yeah, you
can't
gotta
tell.
jump forward a little bit.
Yeah, I think
No,
this is a bit too early in the.
We're doing all of the inventory souls.
James
but
must have,
people
like, a
people like to
British
watch
W
inventory, right?
now.
Oh god.
I
James
don't
is
see.
Oh, it
I'm
must have
not
been
s-
before it then or something.
Yeah, maybe it was just slightly
Yeah.
before.
Bad time.
I'll tell you what, I don't need to see it. I can imagine a guy walking around with his pants on.
James, give me
pretty
this
easily.
one thing.
Maybe I'm wrong. What the?
Maybe Kamikaze
Yeah.
is a liar.
Maybe I
Um,
don't see.
Maybe he's referring to something else. I'm not like, yeah.
I probably only equipped it in the
I-
menu, but I don't know if I actually showed off.
Maybe he
the...
had a stroke while typing in the number. And he
No,
got it
I'm
wrong.
sure he just hit the wrong timestamp.
No, not him. Never.
All right.
Anyway,
Oh, is anyone going to
all
see
right
the
then.
Venom movie?
it was just
I
a Dark
want to.
Souls character without any trousers on. I'm sure you've seen it all before.
I could look again.
All right. Dark Page says, Danny, just watch someone play that's actually good and just mimic their play. I think they're talking about me. And since it's been said before, type in Epic Name Bro an Orlando play. Or I'm sure you can find one of my expert walkthroughs from this channel. Keep it in the family, Danny.
Okay. Wow.
Oh my.
That
Um,
just sounded so creepy.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard this Epic Name Bro banded around from time to time. I've never seen any of his videos. I mean, is it worth?
Talk
Is he
slower.
any good?
Well, here's the thing. It's part of the reason I would never want to make lore videos is he made such good lore videos that, like, what would ever be the reason for another person to do it? He just
make
nailed
it funny.
You don't have to have an
guess.
excuse, James. You can just say you don't want to make lore videos, even though everyone wants it.
They're just clamoring for it.
Just use your words.
Then Dark Page says, I haven't kept up with this playthrough, but Zach Danny did not know that he could get a critical after a parry. Zach Danny?
Zach,
Did not-
comma, Danny.
Do
He's
they
just missing a
think that-
comma.
Yeah.
Maybe Dark Page thinks that Zach's last name is Danny.
Oh, that could
Zach
be it.
Danny did not know how to get
Zach Dante.
Dante. Yeah, it was just
Zach
he misspelled
Dante.
it. He meant to put Zach Dante. That was my grandfather's last name when he came over from the old country. And then they had to drop the Y. Listen up, you're no longer the Zach Dantes. You're just going to be Zach Dant. Okay.
Pretty funny.
Sounds pretty stupid. Okay. I like Dante.
know.
Well, I'm the Dante.
The Darkest Dragon says, Danny, a tip for these guys. Keep using your one-handed strong attack poke versus spear users in general after dodging a spear wielder's first strike. You were doing well with that on your first attempt versus the spear dude. Two-handed attacks in general aren't always the best since you like to use shields. I personally think Zach overcoaches this at times. You actually get more reach with the one-handed strong attack in long fights such as this boss. Might be something to consider. Consider using the Silver Knight shield. It's a very good shield. Even upgraded, it has really high stability for a medium level shield. Zach was right on the money when he said that. Okay.
What did I say? What did I say? I know some things. I know some things.
The Darkest Dragon, I think you're improving a ton and a fine Dark Souls player, man. Keep it up. Can't wait for DS2. By far my favorite game in the series. Not popular opinion on the internet. Might also be the hardest game, especially at the start. I am excited, hopefully by Xmas. Ooh, he's putting a date on it.
Oh, so Danny, you're going to be playing Dark Souls 2?
By Xmas.
My Xmas.
When
By
did we
Xmas.
start this? In March, April?
It usually takes about a year.
Yeah, I mean, we're halfway through the game, and you know, Christmas is only 2 months away.
You got to step your game up. That's all I can
Yeah,
say.
you're gonna have to really accelerate. Hit that
Yeah,
gas.
exactly. I don't. I think the hopefully by Xmas
gas,
is
no brakes.
ambitious, but I can't wait.
Spartan, holy shoot, Danny. You're very good at pairing. ONS will teach you spatial awareness and stamina management like an MF, but very impressed by how much you have improved. Gears of Games, great work on the pairing, Danny. Thanks for the visit.
Thanks for the visit.
It's
Thanks
a classic.
for the visit. You got it.
Breon Folk, good luck, Danny. Everyone takes hours to beat this boss, so just know that you don't know and don't sweat it. The good news is with your weapon, you do very good damage for this fight. Just prepare yourself for a long battle. You're going to need your concentration for this one. Oh, and if you do try Jedi Souls, in my opinion, the hardest mode, Jedi Grandmaster, is almost equivalent to the difficulty of a Souls game. Not quite. For a more relaxing time, normal is fairly casual. It's a decent little game with pretty good combat, although it gets pretty repetitive after a certain point. What is Jedi Souls?
He's talking about Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, I've been playing Jedi Fallen Order, and I really I like it. It's good.
It's fun. The graphics are great, they did a really good job of capturing like a movie feel, but it just feels like you're playing a movie.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, like you said, I think the graphics are really nice, and it's really immersive in that way. I felt like the platforming aspects reminded me a lot of like the new Tomb Raiders, and the combat is as alluded to, very much kind of like a Souls game, but not quite. But yeah, I quite like it. It's
Souls
good.
meets like Batman Arkham Asylum or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's Souls like in that you can lock on, and you know, it's the third person. Like it's not difficult
Action
like Dark
RPG.
Souls is. Yeah. But I enjoy it. It's good. And then finally, Backseat Gaming Studios says, "Oh, this boss is going to break you. I'm sorry, praying for you. My fiance doesn't even watch Dark Souls, but she's praying for you also." I appreciate the support to you both. I feel like I needed it, and probably still will need it going forward. So thank you.
Did you meet them in this video? Have you met them yet?
Ornstein and Smaul.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, yes. I've become intimately familiar with Ornstein. Is it Executioner on? Oh no, is it? It's the other way
It's
around.
and Smo. It's fine.
Dragon
yeah.
Slayer Ornstein,
Ornstein.
and
Ornstein the
Executioner
Dragon Slayer,
Smoke.
the
Yeah,
Executioner.
Yeah, just don't let yourself get too beat up about dying to them a bunch. It's just gonna happen.
Here's just a tip, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but when I go in and beat them, it's typically
I know what he's
what
gonna
I'm doing
tell
is I'm
you. This is
taking as
annoying.
little damage as possible and giving as much damage to them as possible.
I literally have been telling Danny this the whole time, and he just cannot understand that.
Well, maybe you needed to hear me say it.
I think so. I think coming from your mouth.
I mean, it sounds so obvious that it almost sounds sarcastic.
No.
He's
But
being sincere. Get
I
in
un-
there. Don't take damage, but good deal damage.
I understand. I understand the sentiment. There
I
isn't.
don't think so.
Well, have you seen the episode after this one? Yeah,
You gonna try to not spoil stuff right now?
I'm trying to. So that's why
Okay.
I'm asking you specifically.
Oh, Morgan just bounced.
Uh-oh.
Boing.
He hit his limit. He hit his limit.
Gotta go. I'm just adjusting, and I don't want to, show any like butt cracks or anything like last time.
Dude, that's when we get the subscribers.
That's when I really bring them in.
I'm literally ready to click gift a sub. Show
know-
me your sub.
So Roki is the next game in James's.
Mhm.
I think on this particular video it's called Hard to Be Humble still, but Tech for Long, or Tech for Too Long, I should say. Sorry, has come in with a fantastic suggestion as well, which is why not name it Heaney Let's Rumble Bundle.
That is
Get
pretty
ready
good.
to be humble.
The Heaney Let's Rumble bundle. That's a good one. I like it. And then Tech for Too Long.
So wait, it'd be called the Humble Rumble.
The Humble
I think
Rumble.
it would just be called the Let's Rumble Bundle. I think is the suggestion.
Shouldn't it
Oh,
be the
yeah.
Rumble and the Humble, or the Humble
Yeah.
and the
Oh
Rumble?
yeah, no, Rumble and the Humble is a pretty good one because that's a play off of
Rumble in the Jungle.
yeah. Oh yeah, these guys probably don't understand that.
Foreign exchange
Sorry.
student.
Let me explain. There's this thing called sports, right?
Yeah.
And it's usually
Us
the
guys with
competition
muscles.
I think it's Rumble in the Bronx is what it's really.
That's a Jackie Chan movie, right?
Yeah, it's a really good
I think
Jackie
that's
Chan
what
movie.
it's.
Yeah.
going
Okay.
for.
Yeah, but if you were going
So-
back to the is it Bruce Buffer, the guy who did the announcements for the boxing back in the day? Something
Yeah.
like that, wasn't it? Yeah. Maybe you could just call it like "Let's get ready to humble."
Let's get ready to humble. I like that too.
Danny, I literally said
Just
that.
said that. Yeah.
It sounded
Thanks.
great with.
What a weird thing
What-
to do. Like, oh yeah, hey
What
boss,
about-
great idea. Let me just pitch this to you. Even though that guy just said it, I'm gonna pitch it to you again. Does it sound better this
I
time?
know that they're tired of us talking about it, but what about Humble Pack and all the thumbnails and stuff can look like an N64 Rumble Pack?
Oh yes. Now that's
It's
next
just-
level. Yes, sir.
Humble Pack on it.
See, you almost lost Danny, then you explained it enough that he was on board.
Yeah, so the visual you'd be like, oh, that's so funny, Humble Pack. And it's
Yeah.
talking about the group of things.
Mm-hmm. Tech for Too Long says foreign exchange student liked me. Her name was Toive. Toive, it was pronounced.
Tove.
She was smoking. Ha ha ha. So
Oh.
I was calling it Tovi because I didn't know how to. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I would say if you're looking for a long-term relationship, you don't want your to be with a girl who's smoking because it will affect her health at some point. But
And your health.
It's just like a casual relationship, then someone who's smoking is probably not that bad.
Kamikaze Ice comes in and says, "Isn't it a murder of crows and a conspiracy of ravens?" I've heard of a murder of crows, definitely. I've never heard of a conspiracy of ravens.
Let's find out.
Am I the only one hearing that like electrical buzzing?
No, I can hear that as well.
Oh, I can hear it too.
I'm the only one that can't hear it, so it's probably coming from me.
It's fine. I think we're okay. So then Kamikaze Ice also comes in. James tries to say Jotun Bjorn. Joe sounds much closer to the Y sound, like a Spanish Jason Yason. This makes me wonder what an expert walkthrough of God of War 2018 would be like. All of the mispronunciations, deaths, surprises. Morgan and Heaney equals Brock and Sindri, respectively. Okay.
Oh wow, ravens get a wild mix of names. So we've got a group of ravens can be called a conspiracy. That's one of them, but they can also be called a treachery or an
Oh.
unkindness. An
Wow, that's
unkindness
awesome.
of ravens. It's pretty
I
badass.
think I like the treachery one the best, but the unkindness one, it's like a very nice way of putting bad. Kamikaze Ice says Heaney's humble handpicks. Now that I do like, and they're trying to stick with the Triple H, like the wrestling, Triple H Hunter. What is Hunter? Hunter.
It was
What
Hunter
was the
Hearst
3
Helmsley.
H's? Hunter Hearst.
And
Helmsley.
didn't he marry
Yes.
what's his face's daughter?
Stephanie McMahon, which is Vince's daughter. Yeah.
Vince McMahon's daughter married Triple H.
In real life,
now
yeah.
he's part of the executive. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's going to inherit that thing basically when Vince dies.
I've always thought I always
and he's gonna live much longer than that. Okay.
What?
Who? Triple H.
Oh, Dark Genius is out because he does not care about Roki.
Oh yeah, no, he's
Triple
seen
H.
Danny Souls and there's no Dark Souls 2, so Dark Genius is like, I'm out of here, boys. Cheers.
And peace.
The Stranger. Rename the series to Judgy James, where you criticize the lives of NPCs. Well, I was kind of criticizing the lives of these NPCs, but only because the dad was like sleeping, sitting up, and like you couldn't wake the dad. Like there was some problems with that dad. SETI. I like the hard to be humble name. Also, this game's really good. I completed it a while back. It is a pretty neat game. It's probably, even though it is neat, probably still the least favorite of mine from this bundle. And it is good still, which is it's good to have the worst game still be fun. In my humble opinion, Judgy James says. Kamikaze says, James finds dancing mushrooms. James, this looks like a good place to stop. What? Jokes aside, this looks like an interesting game. Love the facial expressions and the father who just sleeps through shit breaking through his house to his own detriment. Story seems darker than expected. Will play. Okay. And then Kamikaze says, I'm always amazed at how Heaney's internal clock never forgets to make him check the time every time, all the time, at the same time. 36:56.
He's got a sickness.
Mm-hmm.
El Mono Mike just said in the chat that he met Triple H once when he worked at valet parking at Beverly Hills, and apparently he's very short but good people. I hear he's actually a nice dude in real life, but I'm surprised he's short. Like, how tall is he? I guess they make people look bigger.
Mono Mike, tell us.
Wait,
Well,
you're in LA?
Yeah, he must be.
Or he used to be.
Either that or he has one hell of a commute.
Look at us. We're detectives figuring these things out.
No, I mean,
I am able to deter from that comment that he either lived in LA at one time.
He's 6'4". You didn't see.
You know what? I think those are lies sometimes because we looked up Arnold Schwarzenegger and I met Schwarzenegger and he was short. And then when you looked it up online, he was tall. I think they lied.
When you looked it up online, he was tall.
Yeah, I mean,
don't remember what it was. It was like 6'2" or something. I was like, no way. The one thing I noticed about him when I saw him was that he was short. It's the only thing I walked away thinking about Schwarzenegger. It's like, oh, he was really nice, but much shorter than I thought he'd be.
If you had to take a rough guess, Mono Mike, well, okay, so WWE will lie about weights and heights and all that stuff. That's just out there. So apparently, El Mono Mike is 5'7" and he was shorter than him. So maybe about 5'4". That's fucking short. That's very fucking short. Like,
you can't fake tell everyone that you're 6'2" or 6'4" or whatever. And
well, I'm 6'4", so it's easy for me to.
What does
to
that make
judge
me?
other-
7'8"?
Maybe that's
Yeah,
how
and
they
then by that logic, I guess I'm almost 6 foot.
Although, I mean, when you look at a picture of like Triple H and Stephanie stood next to each
I
other, they're
support
about
that.
the same height, and like either she's really fucking tall or he's quite short. I mean, it kind of actually thinking about it. It's,
Women do wear heels.
well, no, I mean she's not wearing heels in this picture.
I like even in fantasy heights, Zach doesn't break 6 feet. He's like, but I'm close.
I'm close. So close. I'd be like 5'10" and a half, probably. Tallest I'll ever be. Dude, how scary that would be? Whole 6.5 extra inches.
Cops
Wait,
are
how tall am I?
outside.
4.5
It says
inches.
he's 6'4". There's no, you can't fake 6'4".
I mean, yeah, I mean they've
Well-
added an extra foot on there. Like you can't, they're
I
like
know.
someone's going to figure that out.
The most I can get is usually 4.5, and that's like when I push the ruler like really hard against my. What are we measuring again?
You dirty duck. Shall we move on?
Let's move on.
Oh no, but are we
There's
meeting
cops
El Mono
outside, so
Mike
it
for
might get
dinner
crazy in
at
here
Wilshire
soon.
and Doheny? At restaurant Kate Mantinelli.
Oh,
Wait, what's Vince
here's-
McMahon's daughter's name?
Stephanie.
Ah, thank you.
This is episode 73 of James versus Midder.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. This is rough. This was so unfortunate, but I've got good news or bad news, or I just have news in regards to this video soon. So let's go through the comments and I'll spill it afterwards.
Pelagius kicks things off. The boys are super expressive today. Contrary to popular opinion, Midder isn't particularly hard. Breath attacks, you see the fire, don't even think. Stop whatever you're doing and just run away from him. And then with everything else, it's no different from any other boss. The only real issue is just keeping your cool for relatively long periods of time as the bastard flails around. That is also the ultimate anti-James matchup. P.S. You found your best spot to tank the recording. Yeah, this was the bit. This was the one where you got right to the end, and then just as things got exciting after 4 videos of grind,
I know.
the recording fucks up, and everything just kind of goes to one
Well,
frame per second. But
I had set it up to have the highest quality video recording, but I hadn't deleted my videos for a while, so the external drive crapped out. Well, it was just full, so it stopped recording. So I had to use my laptop's recording, which was already like just struggling because
Wait, I thought this
should.
was the master plan is that you were going to use that laptop to record on your new, faster laptop.
Well, the problem is that I'm doing the playing of the game and recording on that laptop. I shouldn't be. I need a second laptop to have so that I'm recording on one, playing on the other. But the other thing is as long as I've been using my external recording drive, it's been working fine. The problem is that it filled up. It filled up 2 minutes before the end of the video, of course. So the last 2 minutes when I beat Midder, it's just one picture at a time.
No.
You didn't hear about this? I guess
No,
I haven't
you
really
didn't
gotten a
tell
chance to
me.
talk too much.
It's horrific. People have sat through 4 episodes waiting for this moment, and then when it actually came,
I
it
still don't
was
think it actually
basically.
happened.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to be suspicious. Like it almost looks like you've
Like
tried
if you
like cheated
submitted
this.
that to Twin
It's,
Galaxies,
you know,
they're
I
gonna
think it's
prove that.
punishment for how you cheesed him.
Well, here's the good news / bad news. I was doing that on my laptop. Now I'm at home. And Dark Souls does not save to the cloud. So I technically have a save file where I'm still at the same spot I was without beating Midder. So we could do it
No.
again.
No, we can't.
Yeah.
I think we're
Well,
done
it
with
just says
it.
redo.
No,
We're done. We're done.
We got it. We got it. You'll beat him when you do your 24-hour playthrough.
No, that's the thing. The 24-hour playthrough doesn't include all the DLC. It's just getting to the
Why are
end
you
of
always
the
trying
game.
to skip the DLC?
Because it's only a 24-hour stream. We want to be able to get it all compacted.
So you're
I
admitting
want
that
it
you
to be-
can't beat it with the DLC in 24 hours.
I'm saying that for it to be a race between you, me, Danny, and Zach, we need to have it just put the heads of these Lords of Cinder on the chair, and then that should be just enough. Just get the heads of the Cinders on the chairs.
I think that shouldn't
It's
it
a race.
like somebody? Yeah, it is a race, but somebody was suggesting that there's like should be a point system like for the bosses.
We talked about that. Like each boss, you could do that, but I think getting to the end of whatever we decide is important.
Yeah.
And I think that like it doesn't have to be all the DLC because I don't think we're gonna beat all the DLC and all the bosses.
I don't think you will.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Damn. Cold.
Oh, shooty.
Shot fired.
Oh,
So
shucky dang.
Simple says, I wonder how many hairs were torn out of their heads when they found out about the recording. In any case, I found your strategy profoundly amusing, James. Thanks for the laughs. Well, Morgan only found out now because I haven't talked to you basically since the recording.
Yeah, you're icing me out because I couldn't come over because I was working.
No, I want to hang out. All right. Then we have what does James and Chuck Norris have in common? They never lose. Hell yeah. Both have had chest hair torn out. Hell yeah. Well, I don't know if it's really chest hair, but it was definitely boob hair I had pulled out.
Oh, my. What?
Is the boob not a part of the chest?
Well, I mean, are you talking
Don't you
about
guys remember?
the waxing thing?
The waxing. I found out later because I don't remember what happened where I got. I talked to somebody that was maybe a hairdresser. I don't know what it was, but I waxed my chest after some punishment for James versus Games, and I bled. It made me bleed. But I find out later that it's actually really dangerous. You could rip your whole nipple off if you do it wrong because the wax, like, you're not supposed to let it cool that much. I don't remember what it was, but I'm lucky I didn't like bleed out that day. Nobody wants to bleed out and die out their boobs. Like that's the way anybody wants to go.
Wow, the things that you do for Gamefront, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we
was
could
it-
have just thrown some haggis on that open wound or something.
yeah, we could
Well, the
have plugged
whiskey
that
might have
hole.
done it.
Oh, my.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. Man, I should have been having. Never mind.
Yeah, and I was dying to like write something about it in the description and like warn people, hey, you might get disappointed, but I don't want to spoil anything. So I didn't give anything. So El Mano Mike. Oh wow, El Mano Mike. I thought it was Elmo no Mike. I thought you were missaying it the whole time.
No,
but anyways,
we've covered
Elmano
it. We
Mike.
covered that weeks ago.
We've done this before. Yeah.
I might have been going. Nonetheless, this is one of those videos you.
Wait, is this
gotta
the
watch
bit that you're
video.
talking about?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Which of the stupid things was it?
Don't spoil it. We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh my!
Okay.
Sorry, I'm so
Zachary
sorry.
Bell. Fucking wow. That's a good one.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
probably
know
good.
what Zachary Bell's referencing. Maybe the video at the
Probably
end.
the fact that the video just craps out. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
The most anticlimactic way to win. It's just like, oh my god, you're beating him, and the camera just goes off. You're killing him. You're killing him. It's just like no one can see anything.
I genuinely do feel bad for the people who've invested, like, you know, what is it, 4,
I
5
could
hours
redo
of their life watching all
Yeah.
of these videos to get to that point where you beat him.
I
And-
can go again. Like,
What are
No,
those
we don't
glasses
want
that
more.
you'd put on your face and you'd like click it down and it would change the picture every so often? And you'd be like, oh, there's a fucking rhinoceros. And you
Yeah,
you're like, "Oh."
it's yeah. Do you know when someone like literally puts the old slides in a slide projector and shows you through that? Yeah, that's
pretty much
literally
the end
yeah.
of, yeah.
Yeah, it's that bad.
One frame.
It's like, yeah, it's not even 1 frame per second. It's like 1 frame per minute. It's grim. It's a bit like Morgan's camera at the moment. James has walked off as well. Oh
Right
wow!
now?
I thought you'd frozen, but you were just staying perfectly still. That's amazing. Wow, you got me, man. You got me there. I thought you'd gone. That was amazing.
What's crazy is that James is staying perfectly still and he's like a chameleon, so he just immediately disappears. He just turns into the green.
Oh, boy.
Saints 928. Halloween is coming up. What is everybody going as? James has to go as Mitter of if he still hasn't beaten him by the 20th. No matter how bootleg or ugly the dragon costume is. Kamikaze's flashbacks to a costume shown during Danny's 24/7 Sonic game stream. Lowell, literally. Yeah, where is that
Uh,
Sonic outfit?
I'll be honest. I forgot about that because we did promise someone would. I think why don't we tie this back into the new race for Dark Souls, and the person who comes last has to wear the suit.
Oh, yeah.
What were the rule? Why was it being bought already in the first place?
I think you donated a bunch of money so that James would have to wear it.
Yeah, so then you can't pass that on to then let's just put it to the thing for the competition. It's like
Well-
this is already spoken for.
Kind of, because the stretch goal was like, I think at one point we were basically saying if we can get to like a certain amount before like in the next 10 minutes or something, then I'll buy this stupid costume that I think you'd brought up.
Yeah, and then Danny smashed that.
Yeah,
Or Zach smashed that goal.
Well, enough. Yeah, people donated enough that we beat it, and then
Specifically Zach.
well, no, this was like a specific like an amount within the next 10 minutes. So I said something like, if we get past this point within 10 minutes, then we'll buy the costume.
So what you're saying is, Danny, then that happened, and you totally
No,
disregarded.
no, I'm
that
not.
it
No,
happened.
I'm not. Because
Thanks for your money.
No, because no. What?
Took
Well,
11
no.
minutes to raise
That meant that one of us would have to wear it, but this is going to decide who's going to wear it. That's my logic.
I'll
But
wear the
I thought it
costume, Zach.
I thought it was James
There's
already.
no way I'm going to lose the Dark Souls race, first of all. Second of all, it's not whoever comes in last, because I just want to be honest. Some of us will never finish it in the race.
If you're not
Okay.
first, you're last.
I tell you what then.
Exactly.
I mean, given the fact that I'm probably going to lose anyway, I will wear the costume for the live stream. How about that?
But Zach is saying he wanted me to have to wear it and go outside. Am I misunderstanding, Zach?
I thought that was what was already like that was the thing. That was the deal.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of said we'd buy
This is
the
like
costume.
you guys with your punishments when
I
James
can't actually.
shaved his
Yeah,
mustache.
I can't actually
Well,
remember.
shave my mustache anyway.
I can't remember what the exact deal was actually.
We're
but
gonna have
maybe
to go
we-
back and watch the whole thing.
Well, yeah, I do have a copy of it somewhere.
Yeah,
so I
see,
can
like
try and
now
find
a
out.
punishment, since James like is already cool with shaving his mustache if things are needed, it'd be something gross like I'd shave my pubes, send them to James, and he'd have to wear them as a mustache.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's what I
I've-
mean. Like you guys clearly have shown that it's not really that big of a deal if I shave my mustache. So that's not a punishment. It's not a punishment.
I have
God,
a
I'm
phenomenal
going
idea.
extremely-
Why don't we buy the Sonic costume for James, and then we just get like a little Tails hat and like a second tail for Punker, and then he has to take Punker for a walk, and it's like Sonic and Tails.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that
And
sounds
then-
super cute. To be
Yeah,
fair.
and then film that, get people's reactions, watch him get mugged by the locals in Venice who take offense to whatever political statement James is trying to make in this outfit.
Punker's just
I'm
flying
pretty
off
sure
the
all I
tail.
would have to do is there's a crew of like 25 like skaters. I don't know anything.
Oh, the
other than
Street
fact
Sharks?
that the Street Sharks. They're all
Yeah.
outside the liquor store at the corner of my house all day long, every day.
And they sing
at
Street
night,
Sharks,
every night
Street
they fist fight
Sharks
each
every
other.
time they skate around.
Oh my
Is
god,
that
I wanna
true? I
see
never
that.
noticed.
Yeah, yeah.
But you stayed here for a couple of days, but you know those guys are sketchy.
Those,
Like,
no,
they
the
get into
skaters
fist
were
fights
nice.
every night.
Oh,
What?
I thought those guys were nice. There's other shadier people around. The
Wait.
skaters were
Oh,
fine.
there's definitely shadier
When
people,
did
but
Venice turn into
every
the
night
movie
there's-
The Warriors?
It is. No, it literally is.
pandemic. There was one day
Shots.
somebody was beaten so badly down at that liquor store that they walked down the street and just spread their blood on every car. They would like wipe themselves on all the
Oh,
cars
my.
as they walked down our street.
Is this the same liquor store we would go to? Like
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
by the place
Yeah,
that cuts
that
your
one.
hair?
That's the one.
Yep.
And
that's the one.
outside of there is
And
now a
Morgan
gang
doesn't
of
want to go
20
film record Dark Souls too. Is that too up there, huh? What a
There's-
shocker.
There's
He's not
always
afraid of
a group of people out there, but it's not the skaters. The skaters are around the corner from they're on the side. There's another group of people that are in the front, and those are
Yeah,
the people
that's
that I think
true.
are way shadier.
But I thought they were all together, honestly. I mean, there's only about 25 feet between the two groups. So I thought they were just letting the
There's
street
like
be
two
between
good strategies for those types of situations. You can either walk super confidently and super cool, or just look super nerdy. And so I always go for the latter. So honestly, like, you can walk around in any neighborhood, but if you look hella nerdy, they're like, oh, No,
Why
that
not?
guy's
Where they-
not involved.
What are we gonna
with
get? Like
whatever-
a
whatever-
TI-83 calculator from this nerd?
Yeah.
Oh my god, did I tell you guys? I'm sure I've said this at some point in time on one of these streams that we've done over the years, but when I had dreadlocks down to here, like I had dreadlocks, it was when I first moved to
Cultural
California.
appropriation.
And I was wearing these giant headphones, and I had this spider web bandana that I always tied around my head. It was just like my nasty ass hippie outfit. And I was walking down the street, and this car like rolled down its window and pulled up, and I had my headphones on, and they started like yelling at me. So I walked to the car and I leaned in, and I realized they were shouting, "Get the fuck away from me!" And it was a bunch of gangbangers telling me I wasn't allowed to wear that bandana. And like
And
I
you're
think that
leaning
the
your head
only
in?
I had my headphones on, and I had like I thought that it was just because I used to like play guitar on the streets and hang out with just like street people back then. So I thought it was just somebody I knew. And apparently it was some gangbangers saying that you're not allowed to wear a spider web bandana, which I didn't know what gang that was again.
The spider web has a meaning. I forget what it is, but yeah, the spider web specifically has a meaning.
Oh, but these guys were fucking livid when I leaned into their car.
They were doing
did
you a
not expect
favor.
that. I
If
guess
they were
so.
nice. They were like, if they're nice enough to just be like, hey, just don't do that.
I
Okay.
just see you like with your headphones in, just leaning in the car, and they take them. Sup, guys? And they're just like, get that fucking thing off your head! And why do you keep moving forward? Like we were yelling at you to do it, and you moved towards us and leaned into our vehicle. You should be glad we didn't chop your head off with a machete.
Yeah, that was a startling moment. I had never had anybody tell me that I was wearing something that was like I guess nobody's ever thought that I was trying to feign being a member of a gang or something. I don't know. It was a weird day.
I'm picturing you as like Gary Oldman's character from the Professional with his dreadlocks. Like, oh man, they must have thought that, like you're a real hardcore dude.
I don't know what they thought. I don't know what
That's
they
the thing. You weren't one way or the other. You weren't walking around confidently, and you weren't walking around nerdily. You were somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
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 Oh.
Well, that's Halloween covered.
You guys want to hang out?
Great Halloween story, James.
Oh yeah, you really sold me on this sleepover. By the way, I feel really safe coming over for that.
Come over.
No farts allowed. You got to go outside for that shit.
Yeah, I got to go out with the
Literal
gangsters.
shit. There's
You go
literal
take-
shit on the street.
You go fart by the street sharks. Street shark. Why does it smell like shit? There's some British guy over here. He's just farting his brains out.
When I left James's house for the last time and I went to get my van, that like there was a rock right next to my van, and someone had taken a human shit on top of the rock right
What?
next to my van. They could
Oh,
have
geez.
easily like been bracing themselves on my van to shit on a rock on top of it.
I'm sorry. I thought
Welcome
I
to
moved
Venice.
that.
Yeah.
I like how
God
you.
dang.
What if it was like someone had taken another animal's shit, or like someone held their dog over it? It's like,
I mean,
okay,
there
you knew
was
it was
like
human.
dog shit everywhere around, but like it was on top of a rock. It was
yeah,
obviously human
that's
shit.
that's there's effort put into that.
This
Finesse.
next,
James
this
James
next comment
loves it
is
there
pretty
for some
good.
reason. It's
I love
trash.
Venice. I'm never leaving.
It's goddamn trash.
He just loves those rocks. Fart outside and take his shits on a rock.
It honestly feels like San Francisco or like a neighborhood in New York or something. It's terrible.
Neil Light says, I don't know what NGL stands for. Can somebody give me?
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, guys. I lost it when they were trying to burn a bonfire aesthetic. After years of playing Souls games, you never disappoint. Also, don't feel bad about using Pestilent Mist because you still had to dodge and stuff, and it doesn't kill him instantly. So well done, James. Thank you, Neil Light.
No
Bonfire
way. It's
aesthetics are
ultimate
only in
cheese.
Dark Souls 2. Maybe if you guys were still playing that, you might remember that.
Oh shit.
Sick burn, Ralph. Sick burn. Yeah, I don't know, Zach. I guess neither of you guys have really played much Dark Souls 3, but we like got all set up to go fight a boss, and we were going to burn a bonfire aesthetic to bring it back to life. But that's not in Dark Souls 3. That's
Yeah, that
only
doesn't
Dark
even
Souls 2.
exist. Come on, guys.
Oh, I remember watching the episode and thinking the same thing. I was like,
Simon
"Ah."
GG.
You were thinking that we should burn a bonfire aesthetic, or
No,
or
that
you
it
knew
wasn't
that it-
in
Oh,
Dark
okay.
Souls 3. It was just Dark Souls 2, right?
Good job.
Thank you.
Nice.
Oh.
Zach
Thanks.
Heiserable.
Thanks.
Jesus, James.
Well, no,
I
we
tried.
got to pick. We got to pick
Oh.
her. We got to pick her. I
Oh,
tried.
thank you. Oh, I tried. Yeah.
I tried. I did my best. Okay, sorry. Go.
Zach Israel boy, Jesus James breathing at the end. Pretty sure that's Cartman's cousin right there. Nick Hanley, do you mean Kyle's cousin? Don't argue with Nick. He's gonna make you watch that stinking show.
No.
It sounds pretty good.
The Fuddruckers
I like
or whatever.
the-
James,
like
you should watch
the-
it. It's on
I'm
YouTube.
gonna check it out.
Zach again. I can't wait for James to buy a used Xbox HDD so he can finally record better. Installs Windows on Xbox, which is what he literally did. Frickch. Are we still watching this? Oh no. You guys gonna submit this to Twin Galaxies? What is that?
I think that's where they do like
World records. and
races.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like world
speed
records.
runs and stuff. Is it?
That's fine.
Long live
Yeah.
Billy Mitchell.
The Darkest Dragon. James, we will push you down the well in multiple. Wait. In Majula to help cool you down for all this. Freya. James, over the last year and a half of watching you play this game, you, sir, are my favorite Soulsborne player of all time, even over the legend Epic Name Bro. Wow.
Wow, that is crazy.
Then
is
he goes
very
on to
kind.
say,
"Thank you, Darkest."
time to move
Something
on.
probably
Tons
painful.
of places still to explore, but if you stay again, try using this Sage's Ring. It makes you cast all spells quicker. When trying new spells to check damage, please put the Faith Ring damage rings on. There are 2 of them, and you have never used them ever.
Kamikaze
poor
says,
cameras.
might as well be a flip book. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I think that's generous because you can get a fairly decent frame rate out of a flip book.
Yeah, you can.
Like I don't think the cameras quite lived up. Anyway, also Kamikaze Ice at 16 minutes 25. I love that Morgan only remembered the spell as P mist.
I mean, yeah, I've never used it.
It's harder than you think to use it. It's actually not as easy to beat him with it as you think it is. And maybe I should do it again. I think I
No.
could beat him again.
Kamikaze Ice, James in the Ladder. My brain singing to the Cyndi Lauper song. Morgan just want to have fun.
Oh, that's when Morgan was saying, "Oh, all you got to do is tap the A button, or like
B
tap
button.
whatever button." You're trying to get me to fall off that ladder, you psychopath.
Yeah. If you don't do anything, you just tap it, you just fall backwards. It's really funny. Kamikaze Ice, FYI, Convergence mode was updated to 2.0 recently. Now covers DLC areas. It is amazing. Please try it out for yourselves, even if you don't make a video or stream it. Greater lock-on distance, mana regenerates like stamina for casters, new spells like summonable minions, new weapon skills like a long-distance teleporting lunge or plunge attack, and a bunch more. That sounds fun.
Wow, that does sound fun.
Here's one for James.
James. Okay, go ahead.
Morgan complaining about James farming while he's trying to eat some ramen. Farming is why you have ramen. And then I don't know how to do the Wonka voice, but good day, sir.
Hey, sir.
Yes.
That's the Wonka voice?
Yeah, that's actually really good, Zach.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a logic bomb from Kamikaze Ice there. I mean, I think. Is it?
Don't read too
I
far
don't
into
know.
it. Kamikaze
Do
Ice,
you,
Morgan.
do you really farm ramen?
James, everyone has a skill. Necrogoblicon, we need a gimmick. It's a music video. Necrogoblicon, that sounds really familiar. Is that like a fantasy metal band?
Should we give it the old Google?
No, bing it. Bing it.
I think
Well,
the
yeah,
song goes
I-
like this. Careful not to share anything on screen. You never know what
It is a band.
But
Yeah.
all we need is
Oh
a
yeah, it's a fantasy
gimmick.
metal band. I've seen these guys before.
An American melodic death metal band based in Los Angeles, California.
Okay, so I got to look it up too now.
It's really yeah, they have really good well, I can't play it.
Well, we can hear it
Well,
anyway, so we're going to get
A
taken.
little bit. So let's.
No, that was an ad. It was an ad.
Okay.
All we need is a gimmick. All we need is some cheese.
Here's one for Zach. James, man, it's hard to still do it. Giggity. Here's one for Danny. I got nothing. Forgive me, Mr. Statham, and please don't silly hitman me.
I mean, I think I don't know if Kamikaze Ice is just on another level to us at the moment. I mean,
Yep.
He usually rides at least 1 or 2 planes above us.
Yeah,
clearly.
he's what they call burning the candle at both ends over there.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, Heaney Junior / playtime 85 hours, I assume, 53 minutes and 29 seconds,
Oh
and
my
only
goodness.
level 102.
Yikes.
To which Ralph Murphy says, I think my first playthrough with a melee build, I finished the game at SL 157, being at 102 with a who knows what build is not being over leveled, Morgan.
No, it is.
By the way, I have since beat the game at level 60. So I saw the end. Yeah, right, nice try, but I don't think so. So I don't think Ralph believes
That you
you
beat
that you beat it. I think he thinks
Oh my
you
God.
cheesed it.
We're gonna have to go back in there and like show everybody. You're gonna have to like walk around and show them that he's gone.
I guess, but I also think I could probably kill him first try with my old save.
No, because here's the problem. If you don't do that, then we've got to stop, upload the other one.
Yeah, I mean, if you've defeated him and then you spend another hour just trying to defeat him again because you are convinced you can do it again on the next time.
On the first try the next time is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
if
then you
don't
won't do
on
it.
the first time. It's
Yeah.
gonna waste like 2 hours.
Yeah, this is it. You'll say, "Oh, I can do it on the first try," and then you'll fail, and then you'll go, "Oh no, but I'll do it on the next one," and then it's an hour later, and then you've just burned another episode.
All right.
And then we've got to upload the actual save, and then all of that stuff doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
And then your Xbox hard drive dives, and it looks like a slideshow, and yeah, it's this whole thing that happens.
Nick Hanley, good job, James. Now the church. That's where we're headed next. Ralph Murphy, why show your face when they are closer to portraits? Morgan's camera hardly moves. Yeah, come on, guys. I should.
Well, because I had recorded the faces onto the video. Now, what I should have done is taken the game off of my recording, so it was just our faces, and that would have been better. But that's not what I did.
I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Well,
Ralph Murphy.
I've
seen several guys try poison mist, and I never saw it actually work. They wanted him to use pestilent mist, which is actually a sorcery, even though it sounds very poison-y. So you can forgive the confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Page, if only Morgan would show James how to get the Star Cluster sword, he could have been done with this.
What the hell is the Star Cluster sword?
Oh god.
Nah, you don't need that. Dark
Yeah.
Page, that was such an ass recording of, I'm sure, an epic battle. I guess James will finish the game soon, although the mist is not going to do... wait. Good on you, boy. I keep... not anyways. Wait, did they not see you use the actual correct mist?
Yeah, they saw me use it.
Okay.
I get the guy almost dead. Like it's literally the last 2 minutes of the battle.
Uh-oh. Did James permanently move to Arizona?
No, I did not permanently move to Arizona. I'm back in
But
Venice.
you're like dual citizenship right now, right?
I'm dual citizenship right now. Yeah.
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 And
yeah.
did you get your internet fixed out there?
In Sedona?
Yeah.
I mean, they say that it's my equipment that's making the speed go bad, and I know it's not because I don't.
Are
have
you
bad
using
speeds
their
on it.
router?
No, I'm not using their router.
You should
I
use
bought my
their
own
router.
I guess I
your-
will, but it's but I
That's your
I
problem.
bought like a really good router.
But sometimes it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's just not
I might have
compatible.
to do that. It's just that it's kind of a pain in the ass because the bills are not under my name, so I can talk a big game on the phone, but going in person without the idea of the ID of the account holder.
You'll figure
it's
it
just-
out. I believe in you.
I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Backseat Gaming Studios, the fat roll is disgusting. Super slow. Thank you. Thank God you fixed it. Another 150 deaths fighting Gil. No cheese for him. All skill. The true test of Dark Souls. Yeah, you still have the actual tough enemies left.
No, don't say the actual tough enemies. Come on, no.
Everyone you fight
Every
up to now
time I
is-
beat a boss that you say is the hardest boss in the world, then I gotta fight the actual enemies later?
Yeah, that's Dark Souls.
Okay. All right. Next. So I can't read that first one because it's underneath the thing, but I'll get the second.
I'll read it. It's so this is not for broadcast, and Tech for Too Long says totally right about this game. Pretty cool. Enjoyed the vid.
Cool.
We've played this
Crispy
game
AI
before, James.
comes.
Oh
Yeah, we did, but you know what? It was actually a lot more fun the second time around when it was.
Without
It's
me.
hard to play this. Well, it's not
Ouch.
that
Ouch.
you. It's the
Holy
problem is
smokes.
that like the game itself, you've got to listen to and be quiet. So like in general, the less talking that the person does, the more enjoyable the game is. So it was, and I still talked over it quite a bit, but I had more fun.
Yeah.
Crispy AI comes in and says this series is inherently going to have a Nietzsche appeal, but it's quality content. Thanks, James. After the incredible English accents that James produces in Alchemy, I'm surprised that he wasn't more tuned into the dialogue. True.
I have two comments. Firstly, Nietzsche.
Yeah, like
Nietzsche.
the
Existentialist philosopher.
Nietzsche. It's got, this is very philosophical. It's got a Nietzsche appeal to it.
Okay. And secondly, and I can see that Ulyssars Botnet has come in and clarified that you were actually doing an Australian accent. But please, for the love of God, James, tell me you haven't been taking that. You've been taking that British accent of yours onto Alchemy. This
every time. I mean, I do it. It's pretty good.
How are you still employed by that podcast?
Can I get a little taste? I don't feel like I've ever heard you do a British accent before.
Yeah.
No.
Can we hear?
It's just give me one moment and I will give you my British accent. Okay, it's British, right? It's pretty good.
No.
Why are half of the vowels missing? What's going on? I don't.
Hold on. What's going on?
The way you're talking about it, it's just not enough. You're doing it. Right?
Why are there three Dannys? Why are there three Dannys? Oh my God, so many Dannys.
It's horrific. I know.
You guys both in my trap. I love it.
Anyway.
Okay.
Hey, sorry, James. But just please retire the accent. It's all just as a friend.
Drop it, James. Drop it.
I can't drop it. I can't.
Oh no,
I need
not
that
you.
accent.
Wait, James, now you're not doing it. Do it again though.
I can't not use it. Sometimes when I'm doing a scene and everybody else is British, I've got to be British too.
It's just all over the place because some of it sounds like you're trying to mimic like Michael Caine, and then some of it's like just way off.
Michael Caine, is he not British?
No, trying to emulate Michael Caine. I can tell that you're making an attempt.
I'm Michael Caine. Michael Caine talks like this, okay? It's more in the nose. Michael Caine talks like this.
All right, moving on.
That just to say that was pretty good actually. I mean, it wasn't quite right. It wasn't quite right, but I mean, that was pretty good, Zach. So good job.
So, what do you think? Do you think it's a Nietzsche appeal that we got here going?
Seti, this game's hilarious.
For the record, guys, that was the dumb thing I was telling you. I had something really dumb to say later.
Was that the bit, Nietzsche? You absolute moron! You absolute gibbon!
Pretty good.
Like, why have you done this, James? Oh,
it was pretty dumb, right? You gotta admit that was the dumbest thing. That was my bit. I told you I had something really dumb to say.
You actually had to call this out.
That's like way stupider up until that point. That was not as dumb as some of the other things.
What other things? Good God.
The other things you've been saying.
Nietzsche. There's no way that's how you spell Nietzsche.
I know, but it's still a funny pun.
All right, fine. We'll move on. I thought it was really dumb. I thought I was being really dumb.
James took the time before we started streaming to tell us all that he was going to do a bit, and it was so dumb. I don't even know how to explain it. Now it doesn't make any sense. Like why he would even mention it.
Yeah, like I'm so. I have a range of emotions right now.
Kamikaze, keep it going. Up, not down. That's what he said. Kamikaze, and this is how James wants to edit his next G4 audition.
Mhm.
Ulasav's botnet, just like I thought a year ago, it feels like this game pushes a lot of buttons for James. I do agree with him that it's a bit of a difficult one to talk over, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a hell of a lot of fun. The game is incredible. On top of once you complete it, then you can go back and watch all the cameras that you didn't use and listen to all the audio. And people are having crazy conversations about stuff that you have no idea until you look back at it afterwards.
And I think we just missed one from Sedi, which says this game's hilarious too later on. Just as you finished it is when it starts to get great. Apparently.
I actually, I don't think I'm going to continue playing this for recording unless people really would like to see it, because you can't talk over it. But it's clear, like, the story of the game doesn't get started until right when I stop, because, and I'll just do a little spoil on it. You're editing this stuff, and I'm making people look good by taking like beeping them out and getting good pictures of them coming out of places. But then all of a sudden you realize some of these characters are awful, like monsters politically, and you're letting them take over. And I think it changes the way that you run the news station going forward, where you start doing false information.
So you actually like maybe try and make people look bad because you and stuff like that.
Well, I think the story probably goes one direction either way, but in order to succeed, you're like making them look good in these camera interviews, and then you're finding out later that the government is kind of like taking over and controlling the news. But for headlines, you have two pictures. You don't really have much time to think about it, but like there's a sports player coming out of a bar. One picture of the sports player is him with a lovely looking woman next to him, and the other picture is him coming out and puking. And you have like 5 seconds to choose which picture to show on the screen. And that influences how people think about that sports character. Now, if you make a good person look bad, then that's going to have those repercussions. But if you make a bad person look good, and all of a sudden the world starts liking them, I think that kind of is a dangerous thing for the world.
Question: can you make a good person look good and a bad person look bad? You did not throw that in there as an option. So
well, that's I don't. The problem is I was thinking I was making good people look good the whole time, but I was finding out afterwards I was actually making bad people look good.
Wait, you were getting duped while you were helping dupe other people?
Well,
Yeah,
you don't have really a chance to know what's going on. You've got 5 seconds to pick a picture, and like some of them, the sports person, as far as I know, that person doesn't even matter in the world. But then there was
Wow.
like some political figures. Like I don't know who they were. They haven't come back up in the game. But then the political figures, I was putting the pictures up that make them look good, and then I'm finding out, oh, these people are monsters afterwards. I should not have been like trying to make them look smart.
Well, they're politicians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ergo, evil.
Ipso ficto.
It's funny though because
Slytherin.
I mean, it's quite true to real life though. Like I mean, I don't know a lot about it, but like the media and stuff, like they do make good people look bad and bad people look good, and they very rarely get it right. To be honest, I mean that's just.
Danny's gonna go on one of his mainstream media rants.
That's what they're getting at, Danny.
You've been spending too much time with Zach on
No.
Danny's souls.
Let me tell you about the Illuminati.
Have you ever been with somebody where you made a joke about the Illuminati and then all of a sudden things got really dark and like that person disappears and you think to yourself, maybe they were part of the Illuminati and now me neither.
Never happened.
Me neither.
All right.
Well, you've wasted another Monday morning with us here.
I mean, Zach's disappeared, so clearly he was part of the Illuminati.
He's part of the Illuminati.
So, yeah,
I wanted to be like unfriended, and we all eventually get taken. Ooh, spooky.
I think if GameFront was ever going to shut down again, that's how it should end. We should just pretend like the Illuminati have come. We should just like James says something like that, and then that's it. We just stop. And just let people think that we've been like kidnapped by the FBI or something, right? Like just
like one frame of like the like little pyramid eye, just at the end of the last video.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then it just plays the actual like perfect video of James killing Mitter. And it's just like, wait,
It was there all along.
they've been playing us for fools.
Oh no.
Phasmophobia next. Did we not do Phasmophobia? We did that last week, didn't we?
No, I think they're meaning after we're done with this stream. Now we should play some Phasmophobia.
Oh, never again.
Morgan's favorite game of the year, next to Biomutant.
What hot trash.
Oh my god! I can't believe you say that. It's such a good game.
That is
You
a
had
hot
fun
take.
doing that.
Everybody,
That's a hot take.
This is coming from Adventure Bits, not Gentle Lentil. Gentle Lentil would be saying something completely different.
Yeah, it's unplayable.
Yeah, I mean, I did look back at the footage though, and I mean, I don't think your PC was giving it a fair crack at the whip because like the graphics were just like awful, the frame rate was awful.
Mm-hmm.
But that
I was trying to tell you guys, and no one would listen.
Yeah,
so
but I mean,
kept trucking forward.
Isn't that the fault of the pocket calculator that you were playing it on, as opposed to the game itself? I mean,
no, because it should have. It should I changed the settings. It should have been fine.
Sure. I mean, yes, this will run on a ZX Spectrum. I turned all the settings down. Like, why does this not work?
Hey guys, you guys ready for the LAN party? I brought my Apple II.
Wait, are you saying that like unoptimized games aren't ever the culprit of using too much power?
But here's the thing: I wouldn't call it unoptimized. I don't know what you were running it on, but like
the laptop that I run everything else on, it runs everything else.
Okay.
Have you tried installing Windows again on it?
Have you tried installing Windows on all of your hard drives?
Or Windows 11 preview or whatever?
Oh my god,
Danny! Danny, you said I had to wait for your permission. When can I get Windows 11 on?
You know, it's basically about to be released. So if you want to do it now, James, I will give you my blessing. Would you like instructions on how to do that?
Just wait.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to wait very long.
I got a demon on one shoulder and an angel on the other.
It's tomorrow, isn't it? I think.
Just wait for the official
release date.
It's like a couple of days. It's not going to change your life at all if you change to Windows 11.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's actually tomorrow, James. So just go on Windows Update tomorrow and look for an update, and you should get it.
Hey, to be fair, probably midnight tonight even.
Yeah, I mean, before you even go to bed, if you're lucky. I mean, you know.
Will you live stream yourself installing Windows 11?
Oh yes.
Oh my god! Just the computer turns off right when he's doing it. He doesn't realize that's how it's gonna work.
I'd keep narrating it.
Yeah.
He's just talking to himself in a room.
Just sitting in front of a blank screen with the Windows thing up there, and now it's installing everybody. Oh, there's nobody watching. That's weird. Well, I'll be here. Their internet must have went out.
Yeah. That, or here's the other way it could go down. He just clicks the install button and it just literally explodes. Your power supply just fire. It's just
Mission Impossible. The extension cord just like lights on fire. In 5 seconds, this Windows 11 will self-destruct.
Yeah. I gotta go, guys. We gotta start recording.